What if I told you right now that the NBA could be on the verge of its most shocking trade rumor yet, one that puts the Los Angeles Lakers' biggest superstar, LeBron James, in the same conversation as Golden State's rising young talent Jonathan Kuminga? That's right, this isn't just about another rumor, this is about a possible game-changing move that could alter the balance of power in the entire league. Imagine LeBron James, the face of the NBA for 2 decades, being mentioned in a deal involving one of the Warriors' most explosive young forwards. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because what you're about to hear will not only blow your mind but also help you understand why these talks are happening, what each side would gain, what the risks are, and how this could affect the Lakers, the Warriors, and the league as a whole. This could be the story that defines the next NBA season. Now let's get into the heart of it. The Lakers, as we know, are in a constant balancing act between maximizing the last years of LeBron James' career and building a future that isn't just about short-term playoff pushes. LeBron is still performing at an elite level despite being nearly 40 years old, but the Lakers' front office knows that time isn't on their side. Meanwhile, the Warriors, who just missed out on another championship run, are facing their own crossroads. They still have Steph and Curry at an MVP level, Draymond Green anchoring their defense, and Klay Thompson's future in flux. But what they lack is a true superstar who can push them back to the top of the Western Conference, someone who can carry them in moments when Curry isn't enough. And that's where the whispers of a LeBron James and Jonathan Kuminga conversation come into play. Jonathan Kuminga has been one of the brightest young spots on Golden State's roster, showing flashes of dominance with his athleticism, defensive versatility, and scoring ability. At just 21 years old, Kuminga is the type of player you normally build around, not trade away. But the Warriors have shown in the past that they are willing to sacrifice youth for proven greatness if it means keeping their championship window alive. The Lakers, on the other hand, could look at Kuminga as the type of piece they desperately need to inject life into their post-LeBron future. It's not just about winning now, it's about having a young cornerstone who can lead the franchise for the next decade. So how realistic is this? Sources around the league have suggested that while LeBron James isn't openly on the trade block, the Lakers are at least listening to scenarios that could help them long-term. The Warriors are one of the few teams that might be bold enough to actually pick up the phone and ask about LeBron. Think about it, Golden State has the assets, the financial flexibility if they maneuver right, and the desperation to keep Steph Curry in the title hunt. If you're the Warriors, the idea of pairing Curry and LeBron is tantalizing. Yes, it might feel crazy, but this is the NBA where blockbuster trades redefine legacies overnight. From the Lakers' perspective, trading LeBron would be the toughest move in franchise history. He's not only the superstar who delivered them a championship in 2020, but he's also one of the biggest global icons in sports. However, the reality is that LeBron has only so many years left at this level, and by the time the Lakers are truly contenders again, he might not be playing at the same pace. Bringing in someone like Kuminga, along with potential picks and maybe even another role player from Golden State, could set them up for both present competitiveness and future stability. Now, let's talk about how this could affect each roster. For Golden State, adding LeBron James changes everything. Their offense would be reimagined with LeBron as both a facilitator and a scorer alongside Steph. Defenses would have nightmares trying to guard pick and rolls involving two of the greatest basketball minds ever. For the Lakers, moving LeBron means Anthony Davis becomes the unquestioned leader, but with Kuminga, they add a young, versatile forward who can defend multiple positions and grow into a star. It's a bold trade-off, giving up the greatest player of this generation for the promise of tomorrow. Of course, the fan reaction would be explosive. Lakers Nation would be divided, half outraged that their superstar was dealt away, half relieved that the franchise finally committed to building for the future. Warriors fans, meanwhile, would suddenly find themselves in a position they've only dreamed about, seeing Curry and LeBron on the same team, two rivals joining forces. Imagine the ticket sales, the media coverage, the sheer spectacle of that partnership. It would immediately become the biggest storyline in all of sports. Let's also think about LeBron himself. Would he even agree to such a deal? While he doesn't hold a no-trade clause, he has massive influence in every franchise he's ever been part of. Would LeBron accept the idea of leaving Los Angeles, where he has business interests, family stability, and his Hollywood empire, to join a Warriors team across the state? On the flip side, would the chance to win another championship, potentially his fifth, in a system alongside Steph Curry be too tempting to pass up? If there's anyone who loves rewriting narratives and making history, it's LeBron James. Financially, the deal is complicated but not impossible. LeBron's contract is massive, and the Warriors would need to match salaries by moving not just Kuminga but potentially other players or draft assets. But this is the NBA, where cap gymnastics often make the impossible possible. If the Warriors truly want LeBron, they can make it happen. So, where does this leave us? At a crossroads, one where both teams could redefine their futures with one blockbuster move. For the Lakers, it's about planning ahead. For the Warriors, it's about maximizing the final years of their dynasty. For LeBron, it's about legacy, rings, and rewriting what's left of his incredible story. And for fans, it's about witnessing something we never thought we'd see. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this: the NBA thrives on drama, and nothing would be more dramatic than LeBron James and Jonathan Kuminga being linked in trade talks. It might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen this season, but just the fact that we're talking about it shows how wild this league can get. If it happens, it would shake the NBA to its core. So, what do you think? Should the Lakers pull the trigger for the sake of the future, or should they ride with LeBron until the very end? Should the Warriors gamble their young assets for one last championship run with Curry and LeBron together? These are the questions that will define the next chapter of the NBA. If you made it this far, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for more breaking NBA updates, and share this with every basketball fan you know, because this conversation is only just beginning. The future of LeBron James, Jonathan Kuminga, and two of the league's biggest franchises could change forever, and you'll want to be right here when it happens. Stay tuned, because this story isn't going away anytime soon.